Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well today. Today I'm going to film a Valentine's date night, like glam, sexy, cute look. I don't date. I don't venture into that war zone of modern dating life. It's just not my journey. I feel like unless you are like a truly like happy single person, you won't understand the like peace and like calmness that you can get from being single. I mean, I'm all for the girls and the guys that have found their one true love. I think it's rare. I feel like I don't want to have to navigate the chaos to maybe get something good at the end when I'm good now. That's my thought process. Like, that's my like view on relationships. But don't get me wrong, if somebody who's really fit, Callum Turner, he is my new crush at the moment. If you've not watched, I think it's the only or the only boy in New York, or yeah, only boy in living in New York or something. Cute in that. He is also in Boys in the Boat, which is new. Fit in that, he's blonde in that, and he's in the new Masters of Air with Austin Butler. Austin Butler's voice does things, like this deep voice is a vibe. Anyway, Callum Turner. If Callum Turner knocked on my door and was like, Maxine, I'm taking you out for a nice dinner, fancy dinner. You've got an hour and a car will be outside. This is the glam I would do. So we're gonna do a cute Valentine's glam. I feel like I've exposed myself a lot on that little intro, so you now know more about me. I would love it if you can like and subscribe. It'd mean an awful lot to me. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the pink look that I recently did, I felt really pretty when I had it on, and I'm not usually a pink girly, so yeah, I want to kind of add a very like pinky vibe. That's the look we're kind of going for. I feel like I want my hair down, but I don't know how I'm gonna. Okay, we're gonna go in first with the LANEIGE water cream, just for some hydration, because my skin is really feeling the like weather, and I've been a bit poorly the past week, so I haven't really done as much skincare as I normally would. And yeah, so I stopped double cleansing because I've just really like not left the house, and I've kind of got some like spots back again, so I need to just go back to, I think double cleansing is like key, so I need to really get back into that. And I'm gonna do like a get unready with me, I don't know when, because there's a few products that when I use, they're great. Like my bedtime routine, I have more of a bedtime skincare routine than I do have like a morning routine, but I might do like a morning and night situation. Okay, bit of hydration. Next we're gonna go in with the YSL. This is the Touche Eclat Blur Primer. I just love the feel of this, and I just want to rub it everywhere. It's the nicest feeling primer. It's very similar to the Hourglass one, and I always want to use my fingers because I want to feel it. It just smells divine. But yeah, going back to the idea of love, I love for other people, and I think that's how you know that you're like very happily single, is that you're not like, I don't feel like I'm bitter or like angry because I'm not in love, but I love it for other people. When all my friends are getting married and engaged and having babies, I'm like, You go. Like, I love that that's their journey, but I just know it's not mine. I just think I'm a bit selfish to be in a relationship, and I know selfishness has like a very like negative term, but like I just don't want to compromise. I don't want to have to do things I don't want to do. I don't want to have to fit into somebody else's life. I don't want to have to slightly change myself because they might not like a certain thing about me. I don't want to have to like give my energy on days that I don't want to give my energy. I don't want to have to deal with things I don't want to have to deal with. And I know that sounds like, and people are like, if you find the one, you're not going to have to do that. Babe, where are these ones? Because I see a lot of people compromising, and I see a lot of people having to do things that don't sound fun to me. So yeah. But yeah, I do love it for the people. Like, a lot of my friends are getting married, and like I love it for them. Right, primers. What else am I gonna do? Oh, I did pull this out. It's the WONDERGLOW Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer. I must have had a sample of this somewhere in my like body, or like where my creams, face creams were. When I did my declutter, I put it in my primer drawer, and it's got like a tint to it, so I'm gonna put a bit of this on to see if it gives me a bit of like a nice glow. Why not? And I'm gonna take a brush with this. I feel like these straggly bits are just getting in the way. Yeah, it's got a bit of like a glitter to it, but it's nice. I'm definitely like a dinner and a drinks girl for a date though. Like, I don't, for a first date, we're not doing an activity, because I feel like some people are the complete opposites. We had this discussion at Christmas, and some of my friends are like, absolutely not. Like, I don't want to sit down. I want to be able to like look the person in the eye, ask them questions. For me, I want to like get to know them. And I think activities are for like later, once you actually know who they are. I want eye contact. I don't want someone to like hide behind an activity, because I know that for me, if I can sit across the table from you one-on-one and we're vibing, having a laugh, then I know we can do an activity. But I know that's like polarizing. Some people absolutely would never like sit down for a dinner for the first time. I feel like dinner maybe is a bit different, because like it's food, and if you're not feeling it, you've got to sit through a whole meal. But drinks, like the intimacy of the one-on-one is like what I want. Right, I feel like my skin looks really nice. It's like fresh. Next we're going to go in with KYLIE. I did do my review on this. It should be the last video that I've posted, and I was obsessed. Loved how my skin looked. It's like buildable. My skin just looked stunning. So we're going to do that today. So I've got the KYLIE Cosmetics. It's the Power Plush Longwear Foundation in 2C. And to be honest, I did say in that review, I'll link it actually, like, I'll link it up here. The colour's off. It's meant to be 2C, and it's very yellow. Very yellow, but it worked. It's sheerer than it looks. I look crazy. And I'm going to go in with a brush, and then I am going to like go over with a sponge. I just really liked the finish of it. It's meant to be satin, but I think it was actually quite nice and radiant. But yeah, it does look a bit yellow, like when I first put it on. I look scary, but can you see how radiant it is? I mean, I look a bit like a corpse, but I'm going to add some more coverage in the middle, and I need to just try and cover up some of this. I will use the concealer obviously afterwards, but this one has literally just started today, which is not fun. Yeah, and this foundation, I just go it over, I pat it out. Okay, now I'm going to go with my NARS Pot Concealer, and I'm just going to go over these blemishes. I'm going to go in with the concealer, and I'm just going to put this under my eyes. I'm going to go a bit heavier because this is going to be a glam moment. Yeah, I love this concealer, and this is in it 2C as well. And I'm just going to use my sponge. I've been binge watching since I've been ill this week, Married at First Sight. I've been re-watching like some of the old like Australian series, and I find it absolutely wild how some people think it's okay to act, but people just act crazy. Again, I watch it and I'm just like, I'm good in my house, going to sleep in peace. I want the look to be quite bronzy, like warm-ish, because I'm not going to do much on my eyes, so I want the skin to look like really healthy and like nice. I'm going to go with my Milk makeup stick, and I really, oh, I've kind of done my contour in completely different places. So this one needs to come down a bit, and this one needs to come up a bit. And I just want to focus this basically in the like hollow, because I want to look snatched. I really like that Milk stick, and I'm glad they actually made it small. I know that when it first came out, everyone was like, why is this stick so small? But I've had it ages, like I've used it so much, and I haven't even like had to twist it up once. I'm still on the first bit. I think there's something about makeup sometimes when you can get too much, like you want enough for your money, like you don't want to be getting like nothing, but at the same time sometimes we just don't need as much as they're giving. Like we could have smaller quantities, which would mean smaller packages, which would mean maybe price can come down, shipping can come down. Like we don't need as much. I've done a nice bronzy forehead and just the tip of my nose. I feel like my skin looks really nice. Right, because we're going for the pinky vibe, I got Ballet Slipper by P. Louise, and I always just put this on the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna go in with like a fluffy brush from Makeup by Ariel, and I'm just gonna start working that up. I love this tone, it's so flattering, and I'm kind of running it up to my under eye because I want that like pinky vibe. Yeah, when I did that pink look, I felt really pretty, and I think that for me is why makeup is great. Like putting on makeup and then just stepping back and being like confident and like happy in yourself is like great. I feel like you can really overdo it with those blushes. If you put it on your hand first and just kind of work it in, you just get such a soft, nice consistency. And now I am going to bronze as well. So this is the normally I just do like a contour and a blush, but I want to be extra bronzy. So I've got the BFS face frosting. This is a product that is probably too much. Like I scooped some of this out and gave to my sister, and I've used it loads, and it's just, it could have been like half the size, a little bit less money. Like it's not expensive, but it's probably going to take me for like years and years and years and years and years to use it. It's probably going to be expired, and yeah, it just doesn't, sometimes we just don't need that much product. So I've contoured, I've got my blush, and then basically like in between I just want to add some warmth. And this is in Milky Mocha. Just kind of blending. Yeah, cute. Okie dokie. Now for powder. So we're going to go under my eyes with my ELF just to set down. And now we're going to go in with my ONESIZE. And we are going to bake. I want it to look quite seamless. And I just go under the eyes normally and like down here because I like to keep the glow. Look at that difference. Here I look like 10 years older. Powder is literally the best. And this ONESIZE powder is really good. I think I do prefer the Huda, but I actually had this one before I had my Huda. And like I loved it. And I mean I still do. We're looking super cute and matte and nice. Oh, powder bronzer. I picked up my Made by Mitchell. This always scares me when I use it. I'm going to take a really big fluffy brush and just be like super light with what I pick up. And just really buff that out. This is in, I think it's some shade. Yeah, some shade. It's dark. Well, I wouldn't even say it's necessarily dark. It's very pigmented and slightly orange. Like it's not cool, so it just appears super dark, but it gives me that life. And then for blush, I've got my Sephora one. This is in Chill in the Air. It's just like a basic, like pink. Just add this over just to reinforce that pinky vibe. And this does have a bit of a shimmer in, and so does the Made by Mitchell bronzer. I quite like a shimmery cheek product. I know some people are like, absolutely not. I don't mind it. I love a bit of a shimmer. Right, let me zoom you in and we can do eyes. Hi. Okay, so brows. I'm going to do very like a soft brow. I don't feel like I need to do anything crazy, so I'm going to go with my Kosas Air Brow. And I'm not really fluffing them up too much. I'm just basically giving them like just some definition. And the tails of my eyebrows are quite light. So if I don't use anything with a tint or fill them in, they just look a bit sparse. And I really like the hold that's in this Kosas. Like I feel like it's the perfect amount that makes your eyebrows look natural. Yeah, nothing too crazy. And then I'm going to go with my BBB London Ultra Slim Brow Definer. And I'm just going to just sharpen up underneath. Do you know what I always find interesting to find out about people as well? Is what their love language is. Like I find it so interesting. Like how you like order the like 5. My top one is I mean you've got to have a bit of them all, but my top one is like acts of service. Like if somebody does something for me, that to me is like the biggest sign of like love. Then I'd probably have to say like quality time. I like to, with the people I love, just to be able to sit and chill and like be in their presence. What else is there? Then I would say words of affirmation next. Like I don't need you to like tell me you're into me, but a nice like Nice word now and again is also really nice. Then I would say it's physical touch. Yeah, and then last it's gifts. Yeah. I mean, I feel like you need a bit of everything, but that's kind of like my order. And I find it just so interesting. And it's interesting to look at the people around you and see what their love language is. So I feel like with some of my closest friends, we have a very similar like love language. And yeah, and also just acknowledging what other people's are. And I think if you haven't found out what your partner's love language order is, ask him. See if it aligns with yours, because I feel like it tells a lot, I think. Anyway, so eyes, I'm going to actually use this blush in Collectible as an eye base. I just want kind of like a warmish base. I'm just going to tap this in, and these dry like down quite matte, so that's why I quite like using this as a base, and it just adds a bit of colour and like depth into the eye quite easily. Okay, the Natasha Denona Glam palette on kind of like a fluffy brush, and just run this literally through the crease. Okay, cute. And then I'm going to get a darker colour and just deepen up the outer edge. I feel like that's maybe a bit darker than I wanted, but we can just keep blending. I've been absolutely loving this Natasha Denona palette. I feel like it's one of the things that I've bought that I'm like so happy with. I really want to get a few more. Which is probably like a really bad thing because they're bloody expensive. They're definitely not a cheap thing. Okay, so we've got kind of like a smoky situation. And then what we're gonna do is I was gonna do like a little bit of a cut crease, but because I've gone so dramatic on the outside, I don't feel like I am. I am going to, on a little angled brush, take my Kajal pencil from H&M, and just, I like to apply it with this over directly drawing because I can get like a better angle. We're going to attempt some liner. Just like a little something, nothing crazy. And quite like a thin little wing. I feel like a wing gives you like energy sometimes. And then we're going to go under and just smoke this all out. I'm not going to go too crazy, but it definitely needs a bit of like an under eye smoke situation. I'm taking some lighter tones and just going under. And then in the waterline, I'm going to go in with my Vive eye wand, like my little detailed brush. And I'm just gonna, I like to run this just in the waterline. This one is, yeah, in coffee. I go between coffee and espresso because it's a really warm brown, so I think it's less harsh, but you've still got that like depth of the eye. Yeah, okay. And I'm gonna do a little lash. Do I think they look even? Yeah. Okay. Mascara, we're gonna go in with Benefit. They're Real. Yeah, do you know what? I am not gonna put on a falsie. Yeah, I really like that. Now we're gonna finish off with lips, and I've got Kylie again. I really loved everything I got from her. So this is in Stone, and it's the Precision Pout Liner. And I'm obsessed with the tone of this. And I'm just going across my Cupid's bow. And I like to overline in the middle. But at the sides, I kind of keep it kind of where my lip is. And I'm going to keep it quite lined. And then I've got my Jeffree Star Supreme Gloss. I love this. This is in Celebrity Skin. And I'll just... It's like a pigmented gloss. So yeah, okay, and here is the final glam. I'm feeling myself. I feel like I should have a date tonight. And if I was actually going out, I'd put like a nice like oil on, putting on body oil, and then your perfume makes it last like forever. That's a little good tip. But yeah, I feel like you got to learn a bit about me. Yeah, I don't mean to have like caused offence to anybody. If you love to be in love and that's your journey, I'm happy for you, honestly, truly. All my friends that are literally in love, I love it for them. I still have a lot of love in my life, even if it's not from like a partner. I'm very lucky that I do have that. And yeah, dates can be fun, and you guys that are out there dating, props to you. But yeah, hope you do all have a lovely Valentine's. Hope you enjoyed this little date night glam. Like always, I'll link everything down below that I've used. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed filming this for you guys. And yes, hopefully see you again super soon.